the program. For our next story, we move over to the United States, and Boeing is urging the Trump administration to maintain tariff-free status for airplanes and parts, warning that new duties could destabilize the US aviation industry. Documents released on Tuesday show broad opposition to potential new national security tariffs on commercial aircraft imports. Countries including China, Japan, Mexico and the European Union, alongside major airlines and plane makers, have called for the US to honour the duty-free principles of the 1979 Civil Aircraft Agreement. Boeing cites a recent deal with Britain as a model for future agreements. Meanwhile, US unions support some tariffs to protect jobs, even as airlines warn of higher ticket prices and supply chain risks. We stay in the United States, where the Federal Appeals Court allowed President Trump's broad tariffs to remain in effect while it reviews a lower court ruling that blocked them. The court made the ruling to allow Trump's Liberation Day tariffs on imports from the majority of US trading partners, as well as tariffs on Canada, China and Mexico, to remain in effect for the time being. The appeals court will decide if Trump had the authority to impose the tariffs under the Emergency Economic Powers Act. All 11 judges will hear the case, which the court calls exceptional. Arguments are set for July the 31st. A lower court ruled on May the 28th that only Congress can impose the tariffs, saying Trump exceeded his authority by using the Emergency Powers Act. This decision came from lawsuits filed by 12 states, led by Oregon and small businesses affected by the tariffs. The Trump administration appealed immediately, and the federal circuit temporarily paused the lower court's ruling. Trump argues the tariffs address issues like illegal fentanyl trafficking and the trade deficit, but opponents say these do not qualify as an emergency under the law. So far, no court has upheld Trump's use of emergency powers for these tariffs. Attorneys for the small businesses call the appeals court decision disappointing, but they say they remain confident and that they will win. The White House and Oregon have not commented on the decision. We now go to Africa where the Sudanese army has accused forces under Eastern Libyan military commander Khalifa Haftar of attacking border posts. This marks the first time Sudan has accused its northwestern neighbour of direct involvement in the country's two-year war. The conflict between Sudan's army and the paramilitary rapid support forces, who are also accused of participating in the broader attack, has drawn in multiple foreign countries. So far, international efforts to broker peace have been unsuccessful. Meanwhile, Haftar's forces have denied any involvement in the attack. They have accused the group affiliated with the Sudanese armed forces of attacking a military patrol while it was carrying out its duty to secure the Libyan side of the border. ABC News has announced that it will not review the contract of veteran correspondent Terry Moran following a controversial social media post. The post, which Moran has since deleted, included sharp criticism of President Donald Trump and his senior aide Stephen Miller. According to a spokesperson for ABC News, the decision comes at the end of Moran's current contract and cited the post as a clear violation of the network's policies. The spokesperson emphasised ABC's commitment to maintaining high standards of objectivity, fairness and professionalism in its journalism. In his deleted post, Moran called Stephen Miller and Donald Trump, quote, world-class haters, saying Miller is driven by hatred while Trump uses hatred for self-glorification. Moran, a veteran ABC correspondent since the year of 1997 and former Nightline co-anchor, was first suspended after the post. The network then decided not to renew his contract. The controversy came days after his interview with Trump, who called ABC fake news and criticised Moran's questions. Trump supporters, including Vice President J.D. Vance, condemned Moran's comments. This marks the end of Moran's long tenure with ABC News. Well, that is all.